Hey, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing this a little differently, despite the fact that I have still sent you the pictures for, well, at least hopefully I still sent you the pictures for this upcoming fight. I decided to actually go on my way to record this. That's because this fight is supposedly like kind of important, you know, with Saber promising to show her noble phantasm and showing to, and her going to revealing herself afterwards. Sorry if it kind of seems like I'm kind of all over the place when I'm trying to do this pre-battle dialogue, because currently I have tried recording this multiple times. It's like around 7. It's like 7 p.m. on May 28th, Sunday. I've recorded this multiple times, had storage problems every time. Tried to fix it, it didn't work. Then I tried fixing it again. Somehow it did work this time. I don't know how much longer I got. So that's why I tried reducing everything. I was originally gonna plan to like start from the start of the day and talk all about this as far as I can go. But like I soon kind of discovered, that kind of takes some time, and I'm kind of worried about how much time I have, so I'm wasting like 2 minutes here, trying to relay this problem. If I used OBS, then maybe. But yeah. So Saber, despite the fact that the game did spoil who she is, I have decided to keep her name a secret yet a little bit longer, just for the sake of immersion. Saber said is that she plans to use her. That now might be a good time to use her noble phantasm, due to the fact that Li Xuan is not somebody to take lightly. This Lancer turned assassin, turned still assassin, but could also be a Lancer. Not the point. Point is, yeah, noble phantasms are kind of important, so that's why I'm recording this. Anyways, hi, Kirei. Never really did figure out how to fix the brightness here, so hopefully that's good enough. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. Yeah? The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you'll return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. The 2 triggers. Open the door. It's an elevator now. Cool. I've kind of been through this song and dance multiple times before. Okay. Wei Xuan, Julius. Even after all those attacks, the fire in you still seems to be burning brightly. What a pleasant surprise. You improved much since we last met in that sealed space. Assassin, please refrain from idle banter. Relax. I'm just making conversation. Getting to know your opponent is the ultimate luxury. My foes usually crumble from a single blow of my fist, so I find this Holy Grail war to be truly enjoyable. Originally, the martial arts were a fight for one's life, with the weight of years behind one's fist. The opportunity to 2 people to face each other and try to crush each other's lives has come but rarely. Wouldn't you agree with me? Anyways, looks like you have something to say to my master. This master of concealment and the strongest martial artist of all time must have done something in in mine. There's definitely something I want to say to Julius, to whom I have several mysterious connections to, but for what purpose do you fight? For what purpose? Seeing to it that Leo makes his way to the Holy Grail safely. That is my purpose. You're lying. Badly. What are you trying to get at, anyway? Maybe you want something else. More baseless speculation. How pathetic. Then why are things so hard for you? Do I appear to be having a difficult time? You're actually concerned about your enemy's well-being? You're truly beyond any and all hope. Fortunately for me, I don't consider any injuries I may take during the course of this war are painful. And it's because you only know pain. I must admit, your observation surprises me. Never thought of it quite like that way before. Okay. A low roar beacons the sound as the elevator comes to a halt. Enough of this meaningless talk. Let's go, assassin. Understood. There's only a few battles remaining. Let's make the most of the ones that lie ahead. In one sudden movement, the man clad in all black turns around. Those dark, merciless eyes that used to scare the hell out of me. They no longer have any effect. Meeting his gaze, I step into the Colosseum. It ceases! My blood, my flesh. Martial arts flourish near death. I have shed the complicity of earlier and have been born anew, thirsting for blood, like the Kyoki. Yes, it's like I've become young again. You're strong, stronger than an enemy so far. Now, let us compare our strengths. Show me what lies beyond perfection. Wolf, your sheep's clothing has been peeled off. I would be more suitable for another class. Indeed. You do better not restrain yourself to your delicate master's limits. They are weaker than the traitor king's manservant before the emperor, weaker than a candle's flame, and... You say you're an assassin, but that is my domain. My life is riddled with conspiracy. Let's do it. Indeed. My fists need no second strike. As if you could defeat us. In one strike, you will understand my martial art prowess. Saber versus assassin. Live or die by the sword. Okay, so immediately off the bat, top right corner. That thing's flashing, meaning that's going to be a noble phantasm coming out, so... I did read up on how this boss fight works. Supposedly, the first turn, he will keep boosting himself up, and it's that boost that will allow him to use his noble phantasm. So I'm immediately going to pull out the thrice setting sun, because I am terrified about what's going to happen otherwise. And my strategy is just to use Unga Bunga Break. Alright. Alright, we're fine. I genuinely don't know what he's gonna do. I'm just gonna hope he's not gonna try to use Noble Phantasm next turn and just kind of make my way through it. Okay, so he did actually try to use his Noble Phantasm this turn. The fact that he didn't do anything implies the fact that I prevented him from using it. Okay. We're doing good, Saber. Okay, the second skill is he's gonna boost himself. So just in case. Okay. Okay, so he was playing. No, that's just a break. He was guarding. Okay. Alright, the seal will guard fake, meaning that I can still guard. And now Saber is on low health. Well, the conditions have been met. First off, I want to apply heal. Second off, all the way down at the skill list. There it is. Okay, oh boy. Now's a good time as any to pull out this Blossom of the Court. Damages enemy, but requires the use of the Mobile Phantasm. Here we go. I've actually never seen that animation before. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of heals! I've not used that. The Theater of the Deranged. Esteus Domus. Esteus Domus Aureus. A reality marble literally built for Nero. A place where she rules and nobody's allowed to leave until the curtain drops. Allows St. Claudius. A move that can only be used in said theater. See, and this is where we stop him. About to use his Noble Phantasm in retaliation? I don't think so. And then it really doesn't matter what we do, because I think we already won this fight at this point. And finally... Okay, that's good. We did good. Cool, now you can get to see this live. I'll probably take more pictures in the other save file. The battle has been decided. The famed warrior of the fist walks to Julius' side as he speaks. The black-clad harbinger of death has fallen to one knee and crouches on the ground. Julius, I won't insult you with excuses, but I will give you my thanks. It's been a long time since I've been in the world. Thanks to you, I was able to fight in it again. But the command seal in Julius' hand flashes red and starts to vanish. You've reached your final moment. Raise your head. What's wrong, Julius? I can't die yet. A scream that's been sound like from the wretched. It's like it's been wretched from his heart echoes in the chamber. What are you? I cannot die like this. He clasps his hand together as if in prayer and continues to deliriously scream. I don't know if the strange light in his cold eyes is a blaze of madness or what. What the fuck is happening? Julius begins to recite words that sound like a code or a spell in an anguished tone. His reckless opposition to the system causes him so much pain, and that he can't stop screaming. The multimedia room projector, the one that we used to save Rin and Ronnie. What the fuck is he doing? Knees bent and face twisted in pain from defiance. He nevertheless faces imminent deletion. It's a shameful, uncharacteristic display of desperation. And then... Look in his eyes as he throws his head back and cries out his pure madness. What the fuck? They're just gone. What happened? Did they escape or are they just deleted? After the flash flight, the two of them disappeared without a trace. I wonder what happened to Julius. I have no idea. All I know is that he's gone. That means I'm the winner of the 5th round. I'm starting to feel like the end goal is in sight. For a change, I feel invigorated. As I return to the school building from the battlefield, I close my eyes and empty my exhausted mind. The thrill of victory, the agony of Julius' scream, the sense of lingering presence, all gone. Suddenly, I notice there's a person in front of me. It's Leo. I just defeated Julius, his brother. It only makes sense that Leo would be here. You would want to know the results of the battle. I didn't expect you to defeat my brother. I'm shocked, honestly. This changes my opinion of you. You're strong. I see that now. Leo's voice is so detached. It's not betraying any emotion. As far as I can tell, he doesn't seem to be harboring any feelings of revenge, hate, or the like. Not sure I should ask, but I can't stop myself. That's an odd question. Why would I resent you? People die in battles. This time around, it just happened to be my older brother. That's all. The only noteworthy thing is that you exceeded my expectations. I think his words are sincere. Leo's tone of voice, body language, and facial expressions back up what he's saying. The only thing that's different is that I see you in a changed light. I can finally see you for what you are. A fine and proper enemy. So much she in that case. Leo just softly smiled like usual, but this time... What is this? I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to face Leo anymore. It's just as his eyes were the sun. Gentle, yet searing. Like my skin is being burnt away. Leo's emotions really did change. He's never shown that much emotion before. Why did he choose to show it to me of all people? Me, a stranger. Me, his future enemy. That's right. Perhaps you end up being my final opponent. Huh. That's sort of exciting. Look forward to it if that happens. Well then, look forward to when we meet you on the battlefield. That said, Leo left. As if he was gone, my back tingled. As soon as he was gone, my back tingled. When I checked it out, I find my clothes are sticking to this one on my back. Leo's as unrelenting as Julius. If not as obviously sinister. It's like north wind and the sun. I feel like Leo's more advanced than me for sure. The sun sits in the sky as king of the world, the chosen one. Never thought about it, on how far away it is before. Hopelessly far. But eventually, I have to reach out and fight it. Because only one person can obtain the Holy Grail. Alright, Saber, you got anything you want to wrap up with? Yay, we're making so much progress this week with bonding with Nero. I can't hide my astonishment when she repeats her name. Nero Claudius, 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire. A decadent tyrant who indulged in every luxury and pleasure. A dilettante artist who persecuted Christians and tried to disassemble the core of Rome, the Senate. As a result, Nero was accused of treason, abdicating the throne, and ran off to commit suicide. How could Emperor Nero, who had such a pathetic end, be the same person as this girl? Or could it be that I don't want to imagine her being such... Or could it be that I don't want to imagine her being in such despair, and she would take her own life? She's just so strong. Her heart doesn't waver. Totally unlike mine. Anyway, whatever happened to Saber not wanting to let me know about her bad reputation? Saber clears her throat with a loud cough and straightens herself up. Girl whose smallest body bore such a burden of an empire at age 17 places her hand on her chest, as if checking her heart. I count that. That's a confession. I count that. That's a confession. I count that. I count this so much. Saber squeezes her fist firmly in declaration. He looks like a child who's trying really, really hard not to cry. As part of history, life has been criticized for millennia. However, she is not ashamed. Saber is unerringly proud. Because no matter what sort of life she had, no matter what sort of life she led, it was one that she embraced grandly, and therefore it could never be unsightly. That's true. When I first met Saber, I was gasping for life on the floor, thinking, can't die yet? But she looked at me proudly. She embraced me and my situation. She offered her hand to me and came to the aid of my spirit. It feels so long since we met. The memory is vivid. So what if she's got a bad reputation and thinks she's a whatever of Babylon? Doesn't matter. I mean, no matter what Saber's name or past might be, her pride and confidence are unshakable. Yay. Anyways, if I feel like I need to cut this part out, then I probably will, but I want to go through everything here. Alright. Assassin Li Shuen. And Masters Julius Harway. Noble Phantasm, no second strike. Keyword, a second strike isn't needed in obfuscation. Strength B, Defense C, Agility A, Magic E, Luck E. Obfuscation is nothing. I don't know what that means. And Liu Quan, A+++, with concealment being A. No second strike. Li Shuen's blows are almost always fatal. Whenever he throws a hard blow designed to kill or a simple feint to draw his opponents into an attack, a saying that has managed to survive the passing of years is, for Li Shuen, a second strike is needless. It is this saying from which his Noble Phantasm gets its name. To be accurate, this isn't Noble Phantasm in the traditional sense of the term. Rather, it's the ultimate expression of the true power possible by mastering the martial arts. Li Shuen is considered to be one of the very few to have gained total mastery over his style, and in fact, was believed to have transcended the need for physical attacks, instead defeating his opponents by engulfing them in chi. There's much debate as to whether Li Shuen actually uses his chi to defeat his opponents, although very few have managed to survive a confrontation with him report suffering all the effects associated with this type of attack, such as obscured senses, heightened sense of paranoia, and the feeling that their nervous system was under almost unendurable strain. Liu Quan. I'm actually not sure of this. Chinese meditative ideal, it is believed that true mastery of martial arts comes not through training, but acceptance, as this technique is extremely difficult to understand, let alone on master. It is only when achieving the rank of A that one is thought to have begun to learn. Those with ranks exceeding A are considered true masters of the art. Master of the Demonic Fist. Li Shuen, Master of the Demonic Fist. One of the few undisputed masters of martial arts. He maintains a delicate balance between the innate goodness and inherent evil found in all men. He fell victim to poison after earning the undying hatred of the countless families of those he has killed. As a servant, the balance he maintained in life has slipped slightly, but he still values rationality greatly. While he does not see much difference between good and evil, he will react with disgust and utter contempt for those who stray from rational thinking, and for those who allow what Christians call the 7 deadly sins to overwhelm their lives, he begins swift and inevitable death. Although he was known as a deadly fighter throughout the years, in his later years he discovered that the true power lay not in the strength of his fists, but in the strength of his convictions. He spent the remainder of his life following the path of valor, not violence. He freely acknowledges that in his current incarnation he's nothing more than a professional killer, but does so without bitterness or regret. Although he uses his powers, as Julius directs. Could it be that? And I got updated information on Saber here, so I as well check that out. Stats are not true to Nero, but I prioritize strength, defense, and agility with Nero. I think most of her things are like C's, like 1 or 2 D's. True name Nero Claudius. Is keyword Asteus Etis, the Ebonic Flame, and the Great Fire of Rome. The Great Fire of Rome. July 19th, 64 AD. The devastating fire erupted in one of the poor districts of Rome and quickly spread throughout the city, reducing half of it to ashes. Contrary to popular belief, Nero quickly responded to the disaster and was even contributed to relief efforts out of her own personal funds. While she became immensely popular with common citizenry, her populist policies, combined with her sometimes bizarre predilections, earned her the ire of not only the higher castes, but also of historians who insist on painting her as a tyrant. Nero the Tyrant. Taking the name Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus is upon her ascension to the imperial throne. She was the 5th emperor of the Roman Empire and the last of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. She had ruled Rome since its inception, and daughter of the cousin of the 4th emperor Claudius. She was put upon the throne at the age of 17 as a result of the devious scheming and possible matricide of her mother, Julia Augusta Agrippina. And once on the throne, she immediately began to demonstrate her talent at administration as well as her ability to navigate the often murky political situation inherited in the Roman government. In addition to the above, Nero was also generally acknowledged to be a consummate and diplomat who preferred discussion and compromise to warfare and conflict. She was held in especially high esteem in both of the people of Britannia and the leaders of the nations of Persia, who continued to refer to Rome as the country of Nero long after her death. While popular abroad and with the lower castes at home, the Senate and the higher caste members of the empire grew weary of her populist policies, extravagant expenditures on public entertainments, and occasionally irrational repression of religious expression. In the year 68, a series of revolts drove Nero from the throne and eventually to suicide. It was said that in her final hours, she continually expressed her anguish is that an artist such as herself had to die, but as those who betrayed her closed in quoted a line from Homer's Iliad. Hark, now strikes on my ear the trampling of swift-foot coursers, and then drove a dagger into her throat. Fun fact about that, actually. Yeah, she did. The actual Nero did indeed slash their own throat with a dagger. But they didn't die immediately. In fact, they got to live 3 more days, which is where Nero's skill, thrice-setting sun, comes into play. Basically like a guts, I guess, but eesh. Wasn't until somebody was there to witness her death did she actually die. You know, I will save my progress now, because that's all I have to show for now, I think. And I'll get the pictures when I get them. I did save on the right thing, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, we're saving round 6 for later. See you then.